How you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up?
Well, I wanted to thank you for taking time to speak with me today.
Well, thank you for inviting us. It's really nice. I appreciate it.
And I wanted to ask you if you could take me back to the beginning and tell me how Viperstone became a reality.
Okay, so basically, I'm the last one that joined this band before even we called ourselves Viperstone
Yeah.
because Jure and the bass player and the drums they had kind of I think
Well, we
maybe
started we started up with some cover bands, right?
Hmm.
Playing. It was like more than 15 years ago, and then we decided that we want to do our own stuff. We want to write our own music. So we were lacking a singer, and none of the other singers that we worked with before wanted to do their own stuff, right? So like it was a problem. They just wanted to do covers. So we decided to start fresh. And we found Jure in on some party, right?
I think it was after my opening night because I'm an actor and I was studying at the Academy of Acting.
Yeah.
And I think they came.
Yeah, we went. We came to see you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
we just knew you a few months ago. Before we get to know you,
Yeah.
and then we came to watch you perform, and then we had a party, and then we decided, well, why don't you join us for a I don't know trial session,
Yeah,
right?
kind of
Yeah,
audition or some
yeah,
kind of
audition,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then immediately we had like four songs of our own, and immediately we put him into the hot seat.
Sure.
That was it. So he performed obviously well, right? And we decided to start, and that was the beginning, actually. Yeah,
And it was, I think, 13 years ago,
yeah.
something
We
like
were
that.
just discussing this
Wow.
number. We don't know. Was it 13 or 14 years ago,
Yeah.
something like that? Yeah.
And you just released Train, which is an amazing single. I wanted to ask you, in between Train and last year, you also released three other tracks. I wanted to ask you, is there an album in the works?
Yeah. It
Yeah, we have
actually the album is finished,
I'm gonna
and we
It's a
will show it
vinyl.
to you. You are just going to fetch it now. The thing is that we are both Furies, right? We have the same name, and
Yeah.
a name that's not very custom in US or
Mhm.
English speaking world, I would say. So yeah, sorry for that.
That's all right. Robert is dying out in the United States as well.
Yeah,
So,
really.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
no
our drummer.
kids named Bob anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay,
a
yeah.
shame.
So this is it.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called Red. It's our third album. And yeah, we kind of decided that we're gonna release it on Spotify and all the platforms, like track by track. And I think in the end of December or maybe in the beginning of January, the fourth one is coming out, the
yeah,
single.
the blues
And
one,
then
the
maybe
blues one.
we don't know yet if we're gonna just release everything out or maybe every month track
Yeah,
or something.
Okay.
We're gonna see.
yeah,
Yeah.
And the idea is to keep the name out. Is that the basic reason for it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And upon release of this album, will you guys take to the road?
Yeah, well, the road has been avoiding us for the last year. We played a lot before that, but the last
Mhm.
year was not that good. Uh, to clear things up a bit in Slovenia, um, we have English lyrics, right?
Mhm.
Which kind of comes natural for us. But in Slovenia, this is not very popular, I would say. So we are having kind of a trouble to book shows for us here in our vicinity, right?
Mhm.
That's why we're lacking some more exposure on the road. But otherwise, we really like to play live, and I think that we're quite a good live band. We put on a proper show. We're loud. We're pure rock and roll, right?
Yeah, old school.
So old school with all the classic amps and so on. So not very digital.
Yeah, also the
Yeah.
problem is because Slovenia is a pretty small country of only 2 million people, and the market is pretty competitive. There's a lot of competition, a lot of young bands singing in Slovenian language. So I think they kind of have maybe an advantage, you know.
Sure.
It's a bit of a struggle. Also
Yeah.
to come on the radio stations, it's a bit of a struggle because they prefer in Slovenian language.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're kind of hoping that we're gonna go abroad somewhere because also the culture of listening live show is better, I think,
Yeah.
in Austria, in Italy, in Germany,
Sure.
Netherlands, whatever.
Yeah, especially Germany, Sweden are
Yeah,
great places for bands to hit because the culture and the love and respect of rock and metal in general is just very strong.
yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you as well, upon release of this album, what are some of the bands that influence your sound? Because you have a unique style that is all your own.
Oof, there's loads. Well, loads. Um, it depends on who you ask in the band, right? For sure. But I can speak for myself saying that I am an old Queen fan from
Mm-hmm.
the beginning, right? Like when I was a kid, this was my favorite music band, and it still is kind of. But now I've listened a lot of Foo Fighters for before we wrote this last album.
Mm,
So it was kind of my Foo Fighter period, I would say.
Yeah,
Apart from that, of course, you know, all the great guitarists, because I'm a guitar player, so all the great guitarists from rock to more pop or classical, I listen to them. My last concert that I attended just 2 weeks ago was Aldi Meola from New Jersey.
oh,
You know him, right?
amazing jazz
Yeah,
player.
he's an amazing guitar player, so I
Yes,
had really much fun listening to him. But yeah, of course, like Slash being one of the greatest guys that I have ever listened to live, it's
mm,
amazing and so on. And all these technical guys like Satriani, Steve Vai, and so on, you know.
sure.
So I've listened to all of this during my life, and probably a bit of everything is an influence to my playing, right? I don't think that I'm like a virtuoso like these guys, but you know, the influence is there, right?
Sure, absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
a major part of our influence is I think that like old school rock, like from the 80s, like Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, some
Yeah,
of the Rolling Stones, and the old school dirty rock without
Sure.
any digital whatever
yeah.
crap. And
So yeah, if you listen to our songs, you notice that there is only the basic instruments, right? There's the drum,
Sure.
there's the bass, there is the one guitar. In studio, we make it like 3 to 4 guitars, but in general, it's one guitar, and then there's the voice, right? So that's very classic rock, you know. No,
Absolutely.
no keyboards, no nothing, right?
And that's a part of the greatness of your sound is that it is raw and it's what rock and roll is meant to
Yeah,
be.
it is
yeah,
also because we wanted to present our music uh in when we have live performance, it kind of sounds basically the same as on the
Mhm.
album. So
Sure.
there's basic, right? So
yeah.
that was basically our prime
Yeah, yeah,
goal.
yeah. So what I value most in the best musicians is that how they sound live, right?
Sure.
Because many people can do a great studio record, but how this record or this song sounds live, this is another story, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
So best
absolutely.
of the best, they
Absolutely.
can do it live even better than in a studio, I
Yeah,
would say,
yeah.
right? With all the energy and everything that comes
Yes.
with it.
And I wanted to ask you as well, along your musical journey, what do you feel has been the best advice that's been given to the band along the way?
I think just stick to your own genre of music. I think just be
Mm.
uh, confident in
Yeah.
what you're doing and don't listen to any other. You should put like some synthesizers or some I don't know, whatever other instrument. We kind of stick to our basis and just
Yeah.
be like guitar, bass, guitar, and drums and vocal. That's it.
So the producer of the last two albums the red and the previous one, which is called Planet Paranoia, right?
Mhm.
A person called Marko Soršak. We call him Soki. He's basically a drummer for a really known Slovenian band, Elvis Jackson. This is kind of the most, or one of the most famous bands, even if you look outside of the Slovenian borders, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and he's a really great drummer, right? We share this place where we practice with him, and he got interested in how we sound and our music. So we actually made a deal that he would be the producer. And I think that the biggest jump for us technically also, and how we make music, was between the first and the second album when we started to work with him. So
Mhm.
he gave us the most
Knowledge.
the best influence, I would say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, also.
Yeah.
Maybe not to overcomplicate and just be
Yeah.
straightforward. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you as well, if you could speak to me, each of you, about how your musical journey began. At what age did you start?
Okay, so I don't have any like school of music or school of, I don't know, singing. I just
Mhm.
I'm not a singer. I'm not educated in singing, but just I like to sing because also my job kind of being an actor, you kind of have to know how to sing basically. So I started like I was, how old was I? Like 20, 21 maybe. It's kind of, yeah. I was not so young.
Yeah.
But you started learning the guitar when you were like
But
since little.
no, I was not that little. I actually, after my primary school. So, I wanted to start to learn for high school so that I could pick up chicks more.
Absolutely.
Was the guitar.
But then I ended up practicing all the time, and all the chicks went by me.
So yeah, and also the drummer and the bass player also kind of after primary school maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, we have a long history together. So it's like kind of funny, maybe not so much interesting for you, but the bass player and myself, we've been neighbors since, I don't know, we were kids.
Wow.
So that was like a natural connection between us, like as friends, to actually make a band.
And I think that speaks great volumes to your music because of the tightness and the unity of the band.
Yeah, exactly. And for example, the drummer, his partner, she was my high school schoolmate, right? So I actually met Robbie through her, because we went to the same party, right? So yeah, that was quite fun meeting all these guys.
Yeah.
And we spoke about the album and that it's complete. I wanted to ask you, once it's complete, what's the best way to get a hold of a physical copy of the album and any merchandise that you have?
Well, we've got a lot of merchandise, and the best way to get hold of it is actually to write to us, or that we actually exchange the idea what you want to have, and we'll prepare a box for you. We can send it over. We have the vinyl of the latest album. We have the CD of the previous two albums. We have how many different kind of shirts, t-shirts? Five different kind of t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
We've got some bags, some smaller items of merchandise, lanyards, and so on. So yeah, if you're interested, just write to us or what you want to have, and we'll prepare a package for you.
Yeah.
Send
Excellent.
it over.
Excellent.
And if someone wants to buy only the vinyl, we have a link on our Instagram account, and that's just for the vinyl, right?
Yeah.
Not for the other merchandise.
Okay.
Yeah, so the thing is that we went really with a low number of vinyls because we didn't want to spend too much money. You have to understand that we are not making a lot of money as a band, so we actually don't want to spend loads of money also.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we have limited stocks, but we are very glad to actually send it to you guys who promote us, and we are really happy to do so. So yeah.
And I wanted to take a moment. We have a mutual friend that introduced me to your music, Heidi. She's a great friend of mine. And I wanted to thank her for introducing me to you as a band because I love your music and I look forward always to what lies ahead for you. I've been listening now for 2 years and enjoy every moment.
Oh,
But
thanks
thanks,
so much.
thanks,
That's
and
so cool.
also thanks to Heidi from our side.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us, and hope you're doing well, Heidi. I know that you've been
Yeah.
a bit sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
a big supporter, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you if you could give a message to your fans, what message would you give them?
Never stop listening to great rock and roll music,
Yeah.
especially when the title is from the band of Viperstone, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I wanted to take a moment to thank you and to thank Heidi for introducing me to your music because I love everything that you put out and always look forward to what lies ahead. Please keep me updated with what comes ahead for you. And
We
we
will.
can get the news out, my friends.
For sure, for
Great.
sure. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
stay in contact for sure.
Excellent. You take care and you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks
Same
so
to you.
much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I'll have this interview up tomorrow or late tonight, and I'll invite you as a collaborator.
Perfect.
And hold on a second.